Ben, say something stupid.
Well, I can't just do that on the spot. It's too
Oh,
much pressure.
oh, we all
I
know
have
Too
that's
much
something.
we all know
pressure.
that's bullshit.
I have
Too
something
much
stupid.
pressure.
There
I have something
we
stupid.
go. That's good.
Leafs in 4.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Wait, no, that's the right camera.
So,
Uh,
so suspenseful.
we're back. We're back. This is episode 30, by the way, guys.
Jeez.
This is
Oh,
We've been
episode
doing
30.
this for
Wow.
30 goddamn
Yep.
episodes.
And
Wow.
one round in the books for everybody except one, for every division except one.
Yeah.
Um,
This probably will be by the time
uh,
this goes up.
this will be out before the game's out.
Oh,
but,
like it'd be right.
but yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
But yeah, so look out for Game 7, Habs Leafs. See how that goes.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday night.
I'm nervous.
I mean, let's just
Nervous.
we see obviously Nick's in a different place. Nick's in his childhood bedroom. Had to go up
Yeah.
home. He was working on a roof all day. That's why he's rosy cheeked.
Do I see
all
some?
day. No, I've been up here since Wednesday night. We started Thursday. It's been
Oh,
been
geez.
a,
Jeez.
Oh,
quite
geez.
the job. We
God, all you've been
wrap her up
doing is
today
working
and-
on stuff.
Yeah, I like to be. I like to be busy.
Yeah.
No, it's fun. I don't mind doing that kind of stuff. It
Yeah.
takes me away from my normal job. So
The humdrum. I mean, let's just roll right into it. Habs Leafs. It's gone to Game 7, which it's Game 7, so you don't know. You don't know. But
You don't
Ben,
know.
Let's hear about it. I haven't watched. I watched. I tried to watch Game 6, and NBCSN wasn't working at Danielle's place. Not sure why.
Oh, well, that
Might have
sucks.
been thunderstorm of some kind, but NBC was working, so that's kind of odd.
All right. Well, we'll go right back and
Go into it.
recap from Game 6 then.
it.
Because that I was going into with absolutely zero expectations because this was coming off of two terrible games. And they had decided to slot Eric Gustafson in
Yes,
power play
I saw
help,
that.
which everybody on Habs Twitter was just like, "Oh, pardon?
Well, it-
Yeah, sure, that's
worked.
that's gonna." And then
Somehow.
well, no, and then Yoel Armia decided to have there was some memes going around on Habs Twitter that day, but like he has a game like every 20 to 25 games. He'll just suddenly be McDavid for like a period or two. And usually he very rarely ever only scores one goal. It's almost always two or three, and that's Yoel Armia. And he decided to have that game for this series in Game 6 or 5 rather. And it put them up 2-0. I think it was under 10 minutes into the first period. So like
Yeah, it was quick.
that's pretty good. And then Jesperi Kotkaniemi, in I think it was his second or third game in the series, gets his second goal of the series to make it 3-0. And then the Leafs would eventually catch up and tie it 3-3 because they're a better team. And they started outplaying the hell out of the Habs. And then also on the third goal, it was just a really weird tip in front that like got carry, and then otherwise it might not have gotten tied. But so then it went to overtime, and Alex Galchenyuk still has being a friend for
Gives
the
it away.
Habs, just dishes it to Cole Caulfield, and him and Nick Suzuki just go for a walk, and it's done. So that was fun. I freaked out at work when I watched that.
Yeah.
Because it was going in the room with me. And then
That
last
was-
night I was watching that in the Game 6 in my living room on that big TV, which was really nice. And it was kind of similar in that they came out hot and heavy in the beginning. They were out shooting the hell out of the Leafs, I think 10-1 in like the first 5 minutes. Just going crazy, and Jack Campbell just stood on his head until it really was just kind of back and forth, fairly even until third period. Toronto starts taking penalties. Corey Perry opens it up with a greasy goal, first of these playoffs for the Habs. He's did that a bunch for Dallas last year. It's nice that he actually did it for the Habs now. It was good if he could get going.
Hey Benny, Benny,
yeah.
just to stop you right there, was the Corey Perry goal the goalie interference challenge?
They challenged it for goalie interference.
I was watching that. What could have possibly? It was like the Ducharme call. If you
Yeah. The arguing I was seeing last night was like, had Jack Campbell made an effort to get back into his crease and then made contact with Tyler Toffoli, it probably would have been called goalie interference. But like, there wasn't any, like,
No.
there was never a moment where he actually made, like, there was no interference.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
nothing happened. It was like, and then the puck was just there, and Corey Perry put it in.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. I think I think a good goal on the play was the right call. But
Yeah.
I'm just, why would Sheldon Keefe do that?
I don't know. Maybe because you don't want to be down 1-0, 10 minutes left in a
I guess.
and with how bad the Habs power play had been before that, they'd gone
Okay.
0 for 15
Oh, Jesus.
before that power play goal.
I didn't know that, so that's why he's doing that. Okay.
So then he challenged it, and then after challenging it, Mitch Marner, I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, that was
But
unfortunate.
19 seconds into that penalty kill, he sends it. Just friggin' sends it. Like, I don't know what the play was supposed to be there. Like, it's a penalty kill. Just take a clapper, just send it down. You don't have to go flipping it and then do that.
So, the flipping is bad, but so a lot of times I see people take big slap shots on trying to clear the ice, and I'm like, and a lot of the times while they're winding up, it gets blocked, and I'm like, just send it down the ice. You don't need to.
There's that.
You don't need to shoot it down the ice as hard as you can.
Sure, you don't necessarily need to, but like just send it like with a normal-ish shot.
Just shoot it,
and like you just avoid that entirely. But then if you give, as bad as the Habs power play is, if you give most teams a minute 41 second long 5-on-3, chances are they're gonna figure something out.
Yeah,
and
hold up.
Tyler Toffoli finally did.
5-on-3. So if you challenge it and you get it wrong, is it a penalty?
Yes, if you challenge and get it wrong, they've added it this year that it's a 2-minute penalty for you for challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, Mitch Marner just decided to airmail a puck
penalty,
out of it.
That was bad. Yes, that was bad.
I didn't understand that. And then in the back half of the third, it started to tilt more Toronto's way because Montreal had very clearly just they'd thrown everything they had. And the play was very clearly like, they were like, all right, we got the 2 goals. Just batten down the hatches and hope for the best. Carrie's pretty good. And if it hadn't gone off of Jeff Petrie 2 times, that probably would have worked. But both of Toronto's goals went in off of, first one went off Jeff Petrie's stick, the second one went off Jeff Petrie's leg. Had that just been a clean shot on Carey the way he was going, it probably would have gotten stopped. But regardless, we make it to overtime. And then the reason I'm wearing this, which is an all-star jersey with Carey Price on the back, because funny, with all of the Habs jerseys I own, this is the only Carey Price jersey I own.
That's odd.
Which is kind of
He's
strange.
He's been there for, what, like 10, 11 years now?
It's been a while, 13, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Because he started in 07, 08, right? Or no, maybe 08. Anyway, a while.
I think 08.
And he stopped 13 shots in overtime. The Habs got outshot 13-2 in overtime.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Because for some reason...
so Toronto's getting goalied is essentially what's happening.
I mean, yeah, in a way,
Partially.
like they weren't for like the first half of the game, and then yes, in all of overtime, yes. But
Damn.
I don't know why, but all of Jeff Petrie, Shea Weber, Ben Sherratt, and Joel Edmondson hit over half an hour in ice time by the end of overtime. It was close to 35 minutes for most of them.
So they weren't playing a third pairing. Is what it
Brett
sounds
Kulak,
like.
Brett Kulak and Eric Gustafsson finished the game with 6 minutes of time on ice.
Well, Eric Gustafsson is not good because he plays for the Senators. He's not good.
No, you're not. You're not good,
Oh,
Branson. Gustafson.
Yeah, different Eric.
Yes.
That's nothing. That's literally nothing.
But I understand, like, yes, you're going to shorten the bench a bit, and you're going to be using some more. You cannot have Ben Sherratt and Shea Weber out on the ice for 35 minutes. It doesn't work. You need to get. I mean, I understand maybe because Eric Gustafson is not really an option when it comes into like.
Then why did they play him?
Tough situation. I don't know.
Like, why you're gonna bring this guy in?
You're gonna
bring this guy in and then play him for 6 minutes? Like, really?
It looks like Romanov is gonna go in Game 7.
That's so
which
dumb.
makes even less sense to me. You're not gonna play him all series and then put him in Game 7. I don't know what the Habs are doing, but
it's pretty bad.
Whatever,
it's friggin' working apparently.
They were lucky that they got a chance given over to them in another turnover, and they did not waste their opportunity because they had to not do that. Like it was. I actually honestly kind of thought it was going to go to a second overtime because it was 4 minutes left, and the Habs weren't doing anything, and Carey, like, there's times where you can see he is just like in a mode, like it's just like he's there, like it's peak Carey, and that was him last night. Like I've seen him do it a few other times, and that was him. Like that was fine, but then the Habs also just weren't scoring. So like, how long is this going to go on? Yeah. But then a nice what's his face? Travis Dermott, little panorama pass something in his own end.
I think you can call that. I think you call that a Datsuki and Deke.
Yeah. Oh no.
Datsuki and Deke.
Yeah, and Paul Byron was just like, and thank you, and then Jesperi, and then in like poetic justice, it goes in off of Zach Bogosian's leg.
No.
After the two Jeff Petrie leg goals. Or leg and a stick, it goes in off Zach Bogosian's leg. I'm like, all right, that's kind of funny. And we are going back to Toronto for Game 7 tomorrow night.
Without fans.
Without fans.
That's such BS, bruh.
Montreal
have fans?
Yeah, I mean, Quebec is a lot further along in vaccinations.
Okay.
But I don't understand why, like, there was the proposal, like, the story that was going around today was they had wanted to bring in a bunch of vaccinated, like, frontline healthcare worker type deal. And I'm like, okay, so they're all vaccinated and presumably going to be sitting like far, like, why?
Even if they're not, like, you're vaccinated,
but it's the nicest. But like, how can you? It's just a nice thing. No?
Like,
I don't know.
What a bunch of blue assholes.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Doug Ford is not really beloved in Ontario right now.
Is that who's Doug Ford? Is that like
I don't know. I don't really know. I should know.
Provincial governor?
Is it Premier?
Yes.
It is.
Premier.
I think it's Premier.
You're right.
And it functions sort of similarly to. I don't know. I don't know enough about Canadian politics.
Before. Well, it's on my head. Quote the movie. What reference did I make when I said that? Do you know?
What a bunch of a-holes.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Guardians?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. God, I would never have gotten that, dude. I was thinking sports movie. I was thinking sports movie.
Look at you go. Look at you go, Benny.
Look at you go. Look at you go.
I have a question. I have a question here. So these vaccinated workers, were they going to be invited to the game, or would they have to pay for tickets? Like,
that's a good.
I believe it was. I believe they were going to be just given. Like, I don't think they were.
Okay. Good. Because I was going to say if the real reason they didn't want them to come to the game was because they would have to pay to watch the Leafs possibly lose into Game 7 again.
God, I hope it happens.
That would be terrible because
I want the Leafs to win, dude.
No,
not that I want it. Not that I don't like. Not that I want the Canadiens to win. I would so much love to see the Leafs lose with this team, just because they're good.
No.
Just be like, fuck you.
Dude,
I would like to make the Leafs do something stupid and break up what they got going on because I do not want to deal with this team for another 5 years. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, if they lose Game 7, is breaking that up that much of a mistake? Something's going on.
Fair.
No, well,
No,
well, even
I can envision them doing
too much.
a lot of poor decisions.
What were you gonna say?
In the wake of that, but
what do they? Yeah,
gotta happen first.
I know Ben watched it, and I watched Steve's video this morning.
Yeah.
What do they break up? Like, what do they break up though? Like, don't break up your forwards.
I think they might.
Don't break up Marner and Matthews.
Unless
the only one you get rid of is
Matthews does something. No, if you're gonna say William Nylander, I would argue not. He's the only one who shows up in playoffs.
He's been the best one this series.
He's been killing it. He's the only one there's been moments where shots from Matthews have scared me, yes. But like for the most part, when I'm like watching the Leafs, I get most worried when William Nylander is skating in. Because he not even just this playoff series, he is usually quite good against the Habs.
Matthews has 1 goal?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got like Marner 1 goal and 3 assists or something. Like they're not producing enough.
And I think Marner has like an assist or 2.
But McDavid and Draisaitl didn't produce really a lot.
No, I think they actually a little bit. I think towards the end, in the last couple games, I know McDavid had some goals.
They have the same numbers as the Habs or the Leafs big guys. They've got like three or 4 points apiece, I think. I don't think it's any more than that.
Draisaitl had 2 goals game 3.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I think McDavid had
I think he might have got an assist in game 4.
Yeah, they didn't have much at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of exposed why that, like in hockey, if you only have a two person like attack, you can very easily get shut down.
Yeah.
And you can't yes, they are missing Tavares, but like you can't blame
even without Tavares, there's no reason this forward roster should not be beating the Montreal Canadiens.
There's no reason that team shouldn't be winning.
And defense roster.
They got pretty good defense. Better than the Leafs or better than the Habs, I mean. Jesus Christ.
Did they lose Jake Muzzin last night too?
Yeah. There's also that. Jake Muzzin went down with a groin injury partway through last night's game, and I haven't seen any updates on that, but the thing I remember the commentator said when it happened was they were like, oh yeah, he mouthed, I'm done, like as he was coming off pointing to the injury.
That's not good.
So it doesn't sound awesome.
Nope, sounds bad.
So that means they're probably going to have to use both of Travis Dermott and Rasmus Sandin in Game 7, who have both been responsible for a game apiece with turnovers.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's not looking good. I would, unless somebody has... Eric, what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say before we move on, the last thing I'm gonna say is because I follow the Kings. I remember when Jack Campbell was on the Kings and when he got shipped out, I was like, yeah, like he has potential, and it just sucks.
He's been good.
He's been fantastic. I mean, Carey Price is overshadowing him because of Carey Price, and which obviously he's great goal. He's had a great series, but Jack Campbell has played. I watched the first 2 periods of that game. And I was messaging you on Twitter, Ben. But, Jack Campbell, in the first period, the first 5 minutes, Montreal
team was holding it down
in the Maple Leaf zone, what
felt
like forever.
I heard he was doing the goalieing in the first couple periods.
Yeah.
So I hope. I mean, again, right? It's one of those for my roster. That'd be great if Toronto wins, but at this point, my bracket. I would hope that Toronto would win, but my bracket is destroyed at this point. So whatever happens.
Yeah,
But,
Eric, your boys in Colorado are the only 2 that have really been holding me down with my bracket. Hey, if the Habs can do it, let's go. But
speaking of his boys,
we'll see what happens.
Dude,
Monday.
where
are we going?
No.
Are we going there next?
No, real quick before we move on, I want to talk about this because I didn't realize it and I didn't bring it up in the last podcast. In the Edmonton-Winnipeg series, how many penalties did McDavid draw? Just a pop quiz for you.
I know
Zero.
it's. I think it's maybe like 1 or 2. I saw it being terribly low.
It was 0.
It was 0. Holy
Connor,
shit! I thought he
Connor
at least.
McDavid, the most penalized player in this era, drew 0 calls.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, it was terrible.
Like what is that?
I was seeing like replay packages and just like highlights of it. Like it was bad.
Like
it was
come
bad.
on, dude.
That is what I mean, and it's one of the only reason the Habs are staying in games a lot of the time right now too.
Is shite reffing?
Is understanding, what playoff reffing is, and they're gonna let like 8 out of every 10 penalties
shit.
go. Yeah, they're gonna let like 8 out of every 10 penalties go as long as they're not like super bad, and then they'll randomly choose one of something that's been happening all game to just call all of a sudden, usually with like 5 minutes left in a game after that play has not been getting called all night. They'll just be like, oh yep, now it's gonna. And
so
then
dumb.
they might do one more other one going the other way just to make it like nice and even if the game's still going. That's how at playoff reffing works in the NHL. It's bad. It's not good.
Stupid. It doesn't help that the reffing seems to be worse. Like
yeah, they're incompetent, and then they're also doing this weird like we gotta make sure they're not like getting over. They gotta let them play, kind of thing.
And
it's
like other teams are now figuring it out. Like before, it was Boston had it figured out. Now it's like other teams
would do it
are starting to figure it
all
out.
the time, and then now it's just if you have a skill deficiency, which the Habs do, you need to take advantage. You need to take advantage of the fact. You need to take advantage of the fact that you can take about 20 free penalties each game. You just got to be real careful because eventually they do choose one. So like you got to pick your moments. That's how NHL playoff reffing works.
So stupid.
That's why introducing this to people is impossible.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Like new people.
Yeah.
You have to watch hockey for like a solid like 5 years to be able to even like understand like the usual cultures and like the way that games get ref, like all the bullshit. Like it shouldn't be this hard.
Well,
it's dumb.
It's because they don't ref the rule book. They ref like they NHL ref. It's like a whole different thing to the actual rules of hockey, which is so stupid. But
yeah,
we've already discussed that. So Eric, let's go over to you. I was wrong. I was wrong
too.
I was the only one who believed.
Only one. I did too.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You weren't in the episode.
You had
with
the
us,
Isles, dang man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick and Ben. I appreciate it. Mike, I'm in the boat with you. I did not expect that, to be honest. I don't blame you for picking Pittsburgh. So
they got Sorokin.
I was gonna say Ilya Sorokin had a game 5 for the ages. There was one point, there was a deflected shot. He didn't even see it, and it just hit his leg pad, and that's when I knew. I was like, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Well, goddamn.
Which, all right, I'm gonna be honest. I've been an Islanders fan my whole life. It was so nice to, for once, at least to me, it felt like, for once, be on the winning end of a game like that. Like, there have been so many times where the Islanders, like, finally put together an offensive push, which they never do, and then they'll get goalied. And it's so frustrating because it's like, they never do this. Why is it when they're doing this, they lose?
You appreciated being the one doing the goalieing.
Doing the goalie, yeah. But yeah, the Islanders, they just hung around all series. I think they were really physical. I think Pittsburgh outplayed them for most of it, if I'm being totally honest. And that's because Pittsburgh, in terms of skill, they had a lot of skill. Like, there were a lot of players on Pittsburgh that just had a great series. Letang had a great series. Matheson, I think he was one of the top pairings on D.
Jeff
had a
Carter
great series.
Played good too.
Jeff Carter had a phenomenal series. Yeah, I was every time he had the puck, I would get worried. I was just like,
you'd clench.
Because, oh man. Yeah, Leaf.
Yeah, because you remember what he did with the Kings.
Yeah, yes. But yeah, Ilya Sorokin, what a series. Varlamov was kind of playing. I don't know. I thought he was playing hurt the first few games, or he tweaked something at the end of the season going into playoffs, and I think he's just kind of trying to figure that out. He didn't play poorly, but Sorokin stole the series. Barzal was non-existent, and that's something
that's
going
what I
into this
heard.
Boston series I'm kind of worried about. He has not been doing much.
He had a goal in that series, right? Just one, right?
Yes, that's it. And
Yeah.
he had assists. He's making plays, but I don't know. He looks like, can't put my finger on it. I don't want to say he's playing hurt, but Barzal is one of those guys that just forechecks relentlessly, and he'll lose the puck, and he won't continue his forecheck. He'll just like start back skating, and it's like,
So
And
it could
again,
be.
I don't know if that's Trotz, right? His defensive scheming or whatever, but
They
yeah,
got
no,
their
that was,
hands cut out, or they got it. They got a tough one with Boston.
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah,
part of that
Larry-
game last
Larry's,
night. I watched the first,
So
Oh dear.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there. Granted, I fell asleep, so I only watched like the first maybe 10 minutes of it, right? But I'm like, man, Boston is just freaking overpowering them. It seemed like they were sitting in their zone the whole time, and Sorokin was playing, as good as a goalie could under that
he
much
played
pressure.
fine. He
Because
played
he played good through the first, and then I mean, obviously I'll let you talk about it, but I was like,
It didn't look
I
good.
got a text from my uncle later at like 10 o'clock because he likes Boston. And he's like, looks like the Islanders, met their match, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? I saw the text and I looked at the score. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. I'm gonna. All right. So before we get to that, actually, you know what? We'll talk about that first, and then we'll just go back to Tristan Jarry because we need to talk about that, unfortunately. But yeah, with the Boston series, it's one of those things, right? The Islanders, okay, they were getting outplayed, but their whole kind of thing, especially against Pittsburgh, I obviously it's better to be out shooting a team than being outshot, especially at the rate that the Islanders are being outshot. But they kind of managed to do that and hang in games because they're relying on a really hot goalie and they put the puck in the net when it counts. And I think so. If you look at the Islanders roster, their game breaker is supposed to be Matthew Barzal, right? If you look at the Bruins roster, their game breaker is David Pastrnak. So while yes, the Islanders did get outplayed, their game breaker stepped up. It was 2-2.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have it.
It was 2-2 at one point. And yes, the Islanders were again being outplayed and being outshot, but they were still hanging. And the Islanders thrive off of games like that, but the Bruins that's what they did. They just took it that step further. And that is something, if the Islanders don't fix that, see, it's going to be a short series.
Yeah, but Josh Bailey isn't showing up either, and he should be.
Yeah, it was one game.
That, honestly,
Didn't he get a
How was
game-winning
he round
goal?
one though?
Yes. So Bailey, Nelson, and Bavillier. That's the Islanders' second line. I believe that line's been fantastic.
Yeah, I was
That
saying, I
line's
thought
been
they did
showing
pretty
up.
decent against Pittsburgh.
Yes. The line that isn't showing up is Eberle, Barzal, and Komarov. That line has been non-existent. And yes, that's a weird line. Eberle, Barzal.
with Barzal.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there might be an obvious problem in that mix.
Interesting.
Wait,
I think it's
do you guys want
Barzal.
So is Zajac and Panarin on the? They're not.
Zajac and
Yeah,
Palmieri.
Palmieri. They're on the third.
Yes. All right. So real quick, that Barzal, Eberle, and Komarov line combined for like 12 points against the Capitals in the regular season. They just went off. They just had themselves a game, and I'm like, could this line actually work? No, it was a fluke. It was not a fluke, but like it was just one of those one game things. Anders Lee, the reason Komarov is on that line is because Barry Trotz is going to say, okay, I want a responsible player on a line where Barzal will do all these dipsy doodles through the center of the ice, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Fair
Like,
enough.
He tries stuff, but I guess that's what he's thinking, Trotz.
Yeah.
But so the Islanders goaltending doesn't worry me. Pastrnak had a hell of a game, but the Islanders big guys stepping up. Eberle, like where are you again? Nelson's looked great. Bavillier's looked great. But yeah, like you said, Nick, maybe Bailey, Barzal, Eberle. Well, we need those guys to step up.
Get that third line going too.
Yes, and
that big wrecking ball third line that was always consistent for them in the past too. Like not that they were like studs, but like you know, there's a reason Clutterbuck's been signed there for how many seasons. He's consistently like a good player.
Yes.
Right. So.
Oh, interesting.
Step up, dumb fuck.
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Interesting tidbit here from I'm looking at the score sheet. 40-22 were the shots on goal for the Bruins. So that's unfortunate there. And interestingly, the Islanders out-hit them 49-42.
Yep.
So that's weird.
That
was it.
And that but see, that's the thing, right? Like, that fourth line, they're doing what they should be doing. I think what makes them really effective is when they're doing that and they're scoring. And Cizikas, like, I don't think any of them have scored in the postseason. Maybe. Trying to think. I don't know that off the top of my head, but I've been watching most of the games, or trying to watch most of the games, and yeah, they haven't been. Again, that's not their job to score, but it would be really nice if you can get some production from your fourth line. So all I'm going to say about the Islanders is goaltending is fine. I'm honestly not worried, but just guys stepping up and scoring. That's always there.
Scoring now, yeah.
Again, and against a Bruins team with that Bergeron, Pastrnak, Marchand combination, the perfection line, NBC Sports. You only said it a billion times. It was wonderful listening.
Dude,
to
that
is the lamest fucking nickname.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's not friggin' wrong, dude.
I mean, they're good, but like I don't know.
The thing with Boston, and I feel like this is what nobody has figured out. If you can stop that line, you're gonna beat them.
Yeah, you can stop Boston.
Probably, yeah. Problem is, it's a really good line.
Yeah, it is a really good line, and I think that's what we saw in the bubble with Tampa. I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure they stopped that line, and they freaking steamrolled them.
Yep.
The problem is now their second line's got Krejci and Taylor Hall on it too.
Playoff
so like
Krejci.
those guys have been playing good.
True.
That
is true. I forgot
That's
about
part
that.
of it is Taylor Hall has just become just an amazing secondary scoring threat, and that gives them their second line between him and playoff David Krejci. Like you got a second line there.
Yeah, you
so they aren't just a one.
Okay.
They aren't just a one-trick pony anymore as much as they used to be.
Yeah, one guy that it's funny. Probably the quietest trade that they made at the deadline was for Mike Riley from the Senators.
I wish the Habs had
who
gotten
has
him
been
back.
playing very good for them. Consistently very good.
Getting him back would have been better than either of Gustafsson or Merrill. I'm so mad. Yeah, he's been very good. He was with the Habs a couple years back. I'm sorry, I got to relate everything back. Anyway,
dude, Eric's reaction to everything is hilarious to me.
No, just those two names. I'm just thinking, John Merrill and I'm just like,
it's not good.
Yeah.
Isle's got a tough one.
Yeah, they do. And Nick, I didn't know who Riley was. I didn't know who Riley was until last night. Until I heard he came from the Sens, right?
Yeah, he was a very underutilized defenseman for them because the Sens were they're trying to fit in what is it, Brandstrom, I think. This young guy Eric Brandstrom.
Yep.
Was that the dude
just not working out? Sorry, Mike.
Was that the dude that scored from center ice?
Yes.
Yeah. That was
the dude that just clapped it past Riddick, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
big save, Dave.
They're trying to work him into the roster, and he's just one of those young guys who's you put a 22-year-old defenseman in there, you guys know how that works out.
It's not always going to work out.
Typically not very well, or not well quickly. So they're trying to shoehorn him into that roster with all the other young guys, which kind of took away time from Mike Riley, who was playing good. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got a free Victor Mete, so you're not doing too bad.
I hope they re-sign him.
He's good.
I'm sure they will.
He would have been so useful against the Leafs.
Hey,
he can actually break a puck out.
You haven't lost the series yet. The series isn't lost yet. It's far from it. It's a game 7. It's about as 50-50 as it gets.
I know. I'm just going to be a nervous wreck through that entire game.
So Ben, to cure some of your anxiety. Oh, sorry, Nick. Go.
Go. I'll remember.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move it on to a different player, and his initials are TJ, and it's not the Tampa Bay one. It's the goalie of the Pittsburgh Penguins who we need to
I was
touch
like
on. So
Tristan Jarry.
I went straight to TJ Brody, and I was like, but that's not it.
I actually was thinking that too. I was like, what would we be talking about? He did score last night?
Yeah.
No, but Nick, if you wanted to say something on the past topic.
No, it was just something about the Canadiens in Game 7. Was it the stat you sent us, or was it something else that they're the first team to?
Yeah, it was.
Where did I hear it?
I think I know. It was the Steve Dangle podcast. If you've been listening to that, because they were the first team to surrender multi-goal leads in the third and then still win in OT, twice
in consecutive games.
Plus for Game 7, you sent us their Game 7 stat too, which was like they're like 6-3 or like maybe it wasn't you.
The
I
Habs.
don't
remember that.
somewhere else, but like their Game 7 stat is like unreal. Their winning record on it too. So
We know the Leafs is shite.
Yeah. I mean, just going back in my head in like the Rolodex of memories, they are good in elimination games, and a lot of that has always been Carey Price. Then
Well,
when
he's
you
still
don't
there.
have him,
He's still
Listen,
there, so
if I'm a betting man, I put my money on Price being able to hold down the fort for a Game 7 versus a lesser experienced Toronto team.
I am not gonna. The thing is, though, most of their roster has more playoff experience at this point than most of the Habs. They just don't
I
do anything in it.
understand that, yeah, but
yes. Not
Price
deep.
is still
not
Price.
deep playoff. Well, actually,
Mm.
some of those older guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Thornton and Simmons, yeah.
Well,
Who?
most
I
of
think
them
Joe
just-
Anyway.
Thornton has more goals than Austin Matthews right now.
Does he have 2? I think he
Oh,
does.
well, he either has more or as
Or
many,
as many,
which
yeah.
neither is good.
No, it's not. Let's
Anyway.
let's head to Jari. Let's hear
Yeah.
about Jari.
Yes, Jari.
Yeah. So okay, guys. So again, there's this thing. Isles Twitter was getting. I'm not really part of Isles Twitter, but everyone's like, oh, everyone's saying like, like not giving the Islanders enough credit. They played great in that series. All right, listen.
They did.
Pittsburgh,
They did play pretty well.
They played pretty well. Pittsburgh was playing the best hockey I've seen them play since like 2017 in terms of like how fast they were and Tristan Jarry just. If you needed him to make just one save at one time, he just couldn't do it.
Oh no.
He just couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it.
It's
And
the second
like,
year in a row Pittsburgh has gotten knocked out because of
Yes.
goalie's glove hand.
In
yes.
round 1.
Just can't do it.
In
Yeah.
round 1.
Yeah. That being said, obviously the Islanders recognized this and they were going glove, obviously. And Josh Bailey, I know the puck got passed right to him. I don't know what he was thinking, but he just kind of found a dead area of the ice with that overtime winner where Jari just was like, "Here you go," and just gave it to him.
Yeah.
That was a veteran move. That's Josh Bailey's like, okay, this guy's been rough all series. I'm just gonna hang out in this area.
I
And
hope he gives
sure
it
enough,
to me.
And then he just threw it to him.
and he just threw. Yeah, but again, I'm not trying to give Josh Bailey credit there. It's more so like Jesus, Jari. Like
him credit.
Credit on the move coming in and then just
To be
chipping
opportunistic.
That was a nice move. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a mix of like I'm like, wow, like the Islanders did play really well, but geez, like they really got. I don't want to say lucky, but out of all the teams they could have played, a team with that many goaltending issues.
Goalie issue like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I think what's the most amazing thing is all season I was saying this, like how is Pittsburgh in first place with the 2 goalies they have? And then it showed in playoffs. It didn't show the entire regular season, but when they needed it most, both those goalies to just be steady, it all fell apart. And that that sucks. I feel really bad for Penguins fans, but that's it.
Oh well.
Whatever.
They've
Whatever.
got
Fuck them.
got what?
They're always
3,
good.
4 cups in the last decade ish?
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 3?
Anytime, well, one in 2009 and then back to back in 16 and 17. So it's like
So 3.
3 in like the last 15ish years.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a lot of sympathy from me in terms of like
yeah,
Penguins
man.
fans.
Actually,
Like-
well, when I say that, that's just as like podcast Eric. As Islander fan Eric, that was hilarious. Get the hell out of the playoffs. I don't want to see you again, Pittsburgh, because they put the Islanders through so much misery when I was a
Listen.
kid growing up. So much misery.
Eric, you're
It was
already
a lot of losing to Pittsburgh.
You're already nice enough, Eric. You don't need to censor yourself.
Yeah.
More.
I just
Let him have it. Let him have
Oh
it.
jeez.
Pittsburgh makes me.
The amount of bullshit
That's
I've said
all.
about the Leafs, come on, man. You gotta go for it if you're gonna go for it. Jeez.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta.
All right. Let's go to a game that's happening right now. The West. The
Oh,
West.
Colorado.
Yeah,
I wish I was
just
still out in
fucking
the living
Oh
room.
ruin
my
it, eh?
God! It's worse than I thought.
I watched the first period of this game before I hopped on this podcast.
Oh, I don't feel
Wait,
good about
And
my
the,
pick.
the speed of that game, dude, it's unreal. The speed,
Oh,
how
no.
fast Colorado is skating around the ice right now.
Part of this.
They're
They're
good.
just like, it is insane how fastly, not just Colorado, but like Vegas was even trying to keep up with them. They're
Vegas are good.
hauling ass around the ice. I have never seen a hockey game with skaters going that fast.
It's quick. It's
I
fast.
just
It's
looked
like
at the
it's
score.
like old lightning, dude. It was 2-0 when I stopped watching.
So,
Same.
It is.
I checked. It was 2-0.
It is currently 5-0 for the Avalanche. Oh dear.
Jesus.
One thing I will say is that yes, Colorado does look to be obviously owning right now. Part of that could be that they
5-1. Just
they got one.
changed.
Let's go. Part of that could be that Vegas played Friday.
Vegas played Friday, and they
Colorado
played. They played Leonard for some reason.
Yes.
and
they
they played
played
Leonard. I
Yeah,
saw
they
that. And Colorado, I believe they finished their series out on I want to say Sunday.
It was a while
Sunday or
ago.
Monday.
They
It was
got the
Sunday
sweep,
because
so
it was Sunday because
were
we
recording.
we said it on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's been a
Yeah.
week. So they've had a week
They
of
got the
rest
sweep,
compared
so-
to Vegas. So
I
that
think,
could be a
and the
problem.
concern was going into this game was Colorado going to have their legs going into it because they've had so much time off.
Oh yeah, they are.
Clearly, they do.
They seem to be okay.
But yeah, why?
It's hard. But it's hard to judge, though. You could blow a team out into 2 nights from now,
Yeah,
and they
Playoffs are
go
weird.
play game
Playoffs,
2.
yeah.
It could be the complete. But I mean, I don't doubt that Colorado's going to. I mean, Jesus, it's hard to say that Colorado's not going to be good through the playoffs.
all three of you guys have Colorado
one
winning.
Yeah, we.
So
And
they're
I feel bad
playing.
about it.
They're all three. They're studs on one line. They're playing
got
Rottman,
more than that.
Landeskog, and McKinnon on line 1. And the backhand goal from Rottman,
That was
goal number
Leonard.
1 tonight.
That was Leonard.
That banged off the post. He hit the front
Yes,
post
but
on
why
that.
did Leonard not stop it? Is what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
I
could have
agree.
had that.
But that was a nasty
Yeah,
backhand.
It
That
was a
thing-
nice shot, but
nice.
that's got to be a save. That's
Yeah,
gotta be
you
a save.
need a save there.
Like
Well, we obviously we don't have a lot to say about this series anyway, just because it's
oh,
only
I've got
game 1,
something to
but
say.
What's the status on Kadri's suspension? Does anybody know? I know he was supposed to appeal it on
think-
Thursday, but I cannot find anything.
I haven't heard anything. So I think
I'm looking at
it's
it.
still in the appeal process. Maybe
How to zoom? I'm reading something.
that's the thing. They're doing this without Kadri. So
Yeah.
Had a Zoom hearing. He had a Zoom hearing with NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman on Thursday about it. And then this article on the official NHL app says there's no timetable for a decision from Commissioner Bettman.
sweet.
So,
So
We'll find
so
out,
we
I
don't
guess.
know. So as of right now, it's still 8 games.
yes, which would when did he get? What game
he
was it
got it,
before? Was
I
there
went
2
out
games
to-
in that St.
I think
Louis?
it was
Yes.
1. Oh, was it 2?
He got it in game 2.
Okay.
So he was out game 3 and 4.
Okay.
Okay, so then there would be 6 left. So then after tonight, that would
3.
still be 5
There's
more
3.
games.
Oh yeah, sorry, 5.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
That was
did,
that was
the
piss
sweep.
poor math.
I did the same thing, Nick. So
They got
something's
the
going
sweep,
on here.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be helpful if just all 7 games of the schedule get counted on this. Even if you don't play them, that
Yeah.
just counts as a suspension. But
Oh,
yeah, no,
6-1.
he's still out for. Oh my god, holy!
God damn it, man. But yeah. So does anybody know why they started Leonard? I saw that and I was
don't
like,
know. Last year, I know they it was also coming after games where I think Fleury might have stumbled a little bit. But I know they were kind of trying to do a weird on and off kind of load management kind of deal in the playoffs,
Mhm.
which I guess you might want to do if you have to, because Leonard, he's struggling tonight, but is a high level goalie usually.
Well, here's the thing too. His last game was in frickin' March.
Oh well, that's not ideal.
And you're gonna start him against the Colorado Avalanche?
if you want to get him into game action, and you're dead set on that, I guess game 1 is the game to do that.
I guess, but
I
talk about
don't
hanging a dude out to dry, dude.
Yeah, you honestly, you just run your goalie in the playoffs, unless like the goalie starts to lose a bunch, like, and you're on at the risk, and like you're at risk of being eliminated, and they've been clearly bad, like in a couple games in a row. Then you move to a different guy. But generally in the playoffs, if a guy's going, he's going, and that's
like I agree with that, Ben. And honestly, like, not to circle back to the Islanders, but so Sorokin's been their guy for the last 4 games. What are they going after the last night's game? Are they gonna put Varlamov back in and run him game 2?
That's a question there.
Because like Sorokin, I mean, he played good in the first period, but clearly the score did not show that he played good last night. So.
I mean, sometimes David Pastrnak does David Pastrnak things.
Yeah,
like sometimes it is a goalie's fault.
It was
like
6-2 or 6-3, right?
5-2.
5-2, and I think the fifth
empty
one was one was empty net. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So. Okay.
It's.
But still, yeah, no, you are right.
To me, it doesn't make sense to bring a dude who hasn't played in 2 months in to play his first game in 2 months against.
I would argue that as well. Yeah.
The hottest scoring team in the NHL. They had the most goals.
I don't disagree.
I was going to say like what I think Vegas was trying to do.
I was just going to say too, like what point do you get him action again? You got to pick a game. You got to get him back into game mode, right?
If you're dead set on him playing at some point, there's only so much
practice will do.
I see where you're coming from. But I don't
think it's a good idea.
I think what we're seeing now is the end of his playoff run this year, because I don't see them playing him again.
It might be
unless
Fleury struggles.
Unless Fleury
struggles game 2 or 3. Yeah, I agree with you.
But like,
you'd have to have 2 games in a row at least of Fleury struggling before they'd switch back. I think
that especially that backhand goal. That can't go in. That is like you know how you go through games and goals, you'll see like you'll be like, well, the defense shouldn't have let him shoot from there, or this dude was way too wide open. That was a shot from like outside and below the circle. The face-off dots, like, and it's a backhand. Like, you can't short side. Like, you can't let that go in, dude. That was 100% the goalie's fault.
I think goalies do get blamed for goals too often, but there are also instances where it is their fault.
100% that was his fault.
I think this is one of them. Yeah.
Guys, the last thing I want to say about this. So I don't know what the season series was between these two teams. It was even, right?
I'm pretty sure it was
tied. I don't know if it was like tied.
So it'd be interesting to see what goalie took the bulk of that season series. I'm pretty sure it was Fleury, but maybe Leonard had an okay record against the Avs. And the other thing that I could be thinking about is that they want to rest Fleury after a 7-game series just for a game. Or maybe he tweaked something and they're not mentioning anything, but they probably would, or they'd probably have.
Yeah, no, it's playoffs. If it's not anything serious enough, they're not going to say shit.
All right, so yeah, in that case, I think maybe they just write. So if they're like you were saying, Nick, like, okay, let's give this guy a go. Let's give Leonard a go. He hasn't played in a bit, and let's just use 1 game to rest Fleury. But you're also you're taking a gamble on like you might give up game 1 of the series. So.
Yeah,
and it's tough, like, knowing that Colorado swept St. Louis.
Yeah.
Are you're really willing to give up a game to that team?
Yeah. That's a bad move.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I honestly
I don't know.
I have Vegas winning in my bracket. You all 3 have
the whole
Colorado.
thing.
Yes, I have Vegas winning the whole thing. I did not think it was going to take them 7 games to put Minnesota down. And I also didn't think Colorado would get the sweep. I knew Colorado was going to smoke them, but I didn't think it would be in 4. So this is unfortunate.
With St. Louis, yeah.
This is unfortunate for me.
Honestly, depending.
Series isn't over.
This is saying Colorado wins the series. This is saying Colorado wins the series, but if they do in a quick manner, that'll really show you how good Colorado is, because
Vegas is friggin' good.
Vegas is also insane.
But Vegas is good. So,
dude, it's like I said last episode. I think this series, I think this series determines who wins the Stanley Cup.
Unless it goes to 7 games, then you got a tough.
Then
you're coming out of a long series, a long fought series, going up against the East team? Oh, Canadian team, right?
They reseed, so I think it'll be the Canadian team unless Boston comes out. It'll be
if Toronto comes out of that, I don't think it would be Toronto.
It'll be the Canadian team unless Toronto and Boston both make it out. That's the way it'll work out. Because then it'll be Toronto versus whoever comes out of the Central, and it'll be Boston versus them. Because it's all reseeding. But
really,
yeah.
So then my Final Four could be off then because
no, I checked. It was right. I checked it. It was right.
Okay.
You had
whatever Final Four you have, you would just take the
That's
top
right.
against the bottom,
because I had
and then the middle
Carolina and Colorado. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, in the final, yeah.
Speaking of Carolina,
yeah. Speaking
moving
of
on.
they made it through.
They made it through.
They did, and so did the Lightning. So I have a perfect Central Division on my bracket thus far.
I do not.
And do I? Yes. I believe I do too.
Ben has wrong.
Ben has a 100% incorrect bracket on the Central side.
Yeah, my bracket's not going great. I have gotten of the first round series so far. I've gotten 2 right, and I have a chance of getting a 3rd right. But even that's not for sure.
Oh, yeah.
None of us got the Edmonton one right.
No, dude. What the hell was that? I thought that was the given.
Only one person.
Only
one person got it right, and it was Logan.
Yeah, and that was just because
submissions.
and we went, and it was the other week we went golfing, and his reasoning was that he likes the friggin' New York Jets.
So he saw the Jets, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick them."
He gets it friggin' right, that bastard.
He doesn't watch hockey.
That's legendary.
That is sometimes that's the way you got to do things.
That's the luck of the draw. But Tampa and Carolina, other than Vegas, Colorado, it's probably the most exciting series you could ask for.
Yeah.
And of course, it's low scoring. The first game.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Today, 2-1.
Kind of the opposite of what's going on right now.
Yeah, it was a fast game, and there were chances. There were quite a few chances, not as much as what's going on right now, but with Vegas and Colorado. But yeah, I mean, they played it about as even as you could. Tampa, Goodrow got a last 6 minutes left. Got a goal, and that was another goal where that's another goal
he
where
just
it's
lost his balance.
It's 100% on the goalie.
I felt bad on that one because you could very clearly see he just kind of lost his balance as he was trying to make the move over. And
yeah, but that's that sucks. But man, you gotta have that, dude.
Is it still on Nedeljkovic?
Yeah,
it's Nedeljkovic, and he's been
fantastic.
Amazing
awesome
for them so far. So
he'll get a pass.
Sometimes shit happens.
He'll get a pass, but dang, man.
Who's their backup?
Mrazek was their backup today.
Is it Mrazek?
He was.
And they have Reimer in their back pocket too.
They have Reimer as well. Yep, but Mrazek
who had
was on the
a
bench
decent
today.
year, right?
Yeah,
didn't both their back, all three of their goalies had
pretty
good years.
So they were able.
Mrazek
Yeah, they were able
had
to
a
run
period. Through. Yeah, Reimer got a good stint there when Mrazek went.
But so the Lightning pulled it off 2-1. And I saw one of the worst no calls I've ever seen, as well.
There's been a lot of those this year.
So picture
every other game.
So picture this. So the puck's behind is in the left corner on the Carolina end. Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
Tampa end? Tampa. I think it was Tampa's end. But it's in the left corner, so it's to Vasi's right. It gets shot around the boards. And while it passes behind the net, picture a perfect body check from McGinn. Is it McGinn? I think it's McGinn.
Brock.
Yeah, Brock McGinn on Kucherov. Yeah. A perfect hit. Only this hit happened on the boards at the hash marks. The puck's behind the net.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a full-on body check against the boards. Cooch goes down, gets up. They go into the corner. They battle. Kucherov cross-checks him, and they call Kuch for the cross-check.
Oh my.
I was watching it. I was like, I didn't see it because of the camera angle. I didn't see the hit at first, but I saw Kucherov getting out. I'm like, why the hell is he on the ice? And then they show it.
Forever.
They show it, and I'm like,
That is another like constant of NHL playoff reffing is they will always call the retaliation.
I'm like, are you
no
serious?
matter what it's dumb, but no matter what,
you don't have to explain it to me. But like, come on, dude. Can we? It was so fucking obvious. It was a body check, and the puck wasn't there. Like, come on. And I'm moving the mic away so I'm not as loud if it's working. Come on, dude.
We want you to freak out. We want to hear it all.
Like
all the decibels.
So Mike, this is something we can't relate to because our teams don't have as much sheer skill as your team. But when you have that much skill, teams are going to do that. They're going to be like Ben was saying, like the only way, and it must be so frustrating. Like,
but
it's
Carolina.
Yeah.
Like Carolina's not skilled. Like, come on, what?
They are.
Oh, very
come
much,
on, dude. There is, other than like Colorado, there is evenly matched to Tampa Bay as anyone. I think Colorado is actually probably a little ahead now, but
yeah,
like, come on.
I heard Cooch played a good game though.
He's been good since he came back.
He did okay today. He had a nice assist, or he had an assist. But yeah, he's been really good.
I'm gonna ask you something. Game. You can't be crazy every game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something. First off, with Tampa, how do you feel about their power play so far? Talk about it.
I mean, it's back to what it could have been for the whole season.
Do you know what the percentages? Do you know what the percentages?
Do you? I have no idea. I know it's got to be stupid.
It's close to 50.
Yeah, dude. If people
through the first, it's
like that's the thing. If they called the rule book, Tampa Bay would win every game by a landslide.
Yep.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, you have to. You got to think about this. So think about the ice is laid out. So think you've got like the umbrella up top, the three up top, and then you've got the one in front of the net, the bumper spot, and the one like next to the net. The three up top, you've got Stamkos on the left, Hedman up top, and Cooch on the right.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't get any more dangerous than that. And then on top of that, you've got Braden Point in that bumper high slot spot.
That
in comparison, the Habs are clicking at 10.5%.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
the only two came in the third period of an elimination game 6. So, like, I guess if you're gonna choose a time to do things,
come alive.
Go when you need it most, right?
But yeah, holy fuck! What's that like to have a power play like that?
Oh man, it's fun.
Like, what's it like to not just get frustrated every time you see the other team get penalized?
Well, so the thing is, I get frustrated at the power play still because like today their first power play, which they actually ended up scoring on, they couldn't. Carolina's PK was really friggin' good. It was
very good.
It was really aggressive.
They still scored.
They couldn't get set up like they always do, and finally they did what I was wanting them to do, which was just go fast.
Yeah,
because you're not going to be able to get set up.
A rush chance.
And they got a rush chance, and Hedman had a shot, and Point got a nice tip.
I mean, you got a few good players to run a rush chance with. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't always need to get set up.
If they're not letting you set up, then yeah, like you got a few good shooters. You're probably gonna have a good chance of doing something.
Yeah, well, they finally did that, and then they got that first goal. So yeah, and also someone who is continuing to piss me off, Palat. He has not changed his ways. That
happens every year.
He still is pissing me off, just messing up easy plays. Come on. How he had 13 goals in last postseason or something. Like, come on.
Did he really?
He made it impossible for me to not to talk crap about him.
I mean, there are guys like that just all right. They're just kind of ho hum, and then in the playoffs, they're just like, nope, I am now Gretzky.
He came alive, had like 11 goals at least. I thought he ended at 13, but I was like, freaking A, dude. Where is this the other, like, 8 months of the season or whatever it is. But whatever. They won the games, so they're up 1-0.
Now, my last thing. So we hear about the perfection line all the time. But what about the triple P? The perfection power play. That's what they should call
The
Tampa's.
perfection power play.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Don't put them on the ice. That's all I can say. Yeah, the triple P.
The triple P.
The PPP.
Or the PPP. Yeah.
PPP.
Well, yeah. So that's our overview there of how the playoffs are going so far. But we're gonna kick it to a quick break.
Have we missed any rounds?
No.
That was all of them?
No, there's only 4. There's only 4 series going on right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked about all the the knockouts and everything.
Yeah.
Were they all finished last episode? Anyway.
Vegas won. Carolina won. Tampa won.
Right.
And I think those are the only ones that weren't done. And Toronto, Montreal is still to be finished.
So we're still Pittsburgh.
You're right.
And the Isles won. Yes. If you couldn't
So
figure that out.
We are all caught up. Okay.
We are
sorry.
all caught up. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go send it to a quick break, and afterwards we got a little rivalry to talk about. I don't know if anybody popped in there, but we've got a little rivalry, and it's not hockey. But stay tuned. Stay tuned to hear about it. Welcome back, everybody, to the Fifth Line Podcast. We're back from our break, and we were just chatting in the intermission, and I wanted to bring this and bring it in to the podcast so all of you know. The Lightning have gotten so many good things from the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying.
Our current GM,
Mikhail Sergachev, the current
one of our
GM,
best
who
defensemen,
was,
another one of our best defensemen, although technically that was New York. Technically that was New York, but
it was affecting Montreal through somebody by proxy.
It was a Montreal. It was a Ryan McDonough.
Bitter about that.
Ryan McDonough was a Montreal.
If they had Ryan McDonough for 2010 to 2014. Oh, if they had him and Subban at the same time and Markov.
Oh boy, that's a good decor right there.
If they had anyway. Yeah, it must be nice to have Ryan McDonough.
But yeah,
congrats.
Yeah. And Sturgman. But
yeah.
And also, I need to shout out real quick because I totally just realized I totally blew him off like an a-hole. Vasi with 37 saves on 38 shots.
Oh, he's still pretty good at that hockey.
He owned in this last game, but I realized I totally forgot to mention him. But he was the reason they won for sure. But
so yes, Ben, he's still good at that hockey.
He is.
He's still pretty good at that hockey. Okay.
Yes, he's good. But moving on, I know you're all intrigued. Nick, did you figure it out while I was
I didn't look.
Taking a pee? Oh,
I didn't look.
Okay. So this gentleman is, and it's you're gonna be very surprised. I think it's a rivalry in the sport of golf.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I know now.
Oh, is this Bryson DeChambeau and what's his face?
And Brooksy.
Yeah.
Brooksy.
All I know about that beef is just the meme of him going. Yeah, as Bryson DeChambeau is like walking behind him.
So basically, so this actually goes back years. Apparently, they've apparently had this they've been sort of rocky for years apparently, and it was both of them saying stuff back and forth. Like it started with Brooks Koepka complaining about how long Bryson DeChambeau would take to take a shot.
He takes forever on the putting green.
He takes a long time on the putting green.
He does a ton of a review on the green. That's the thing with him.
Yeah, so like he slows down the pace of play, which is apparently a problem sometimes on the PGA Tour. So it started there.
Which the reason this kind of all came up is because Koepka was paired with Mickelson in the last tournament, right?
Yes.
Mickelson also played very slow. He's notorious to be one of the slowest players in the league besides DeChambeau on the green.
Mm-hmm.
He's what, 55 now? Give him
he's 50.
Some of this stuff with DeChambeau and Koepka basically started up again more into the media since that
Yes.
stuff with Nicholson slowing him down.
But
So,
the big thing, and what that meme has come from.
What actually happened?
So Koepka. So I know because I watched like the full clip. So Koepka was getting interviewed by NBC or whatever post round, and mind you, Koepka. I should have looked this up, but I'm fairly certain he got second at this event, and he was in the final pairing. He was in the final pairing, so he was ahead of DeChambeau, beat him by quite.
He was
a bit.
doing it.
Yes.
He was doing the stuff.
And it's Brooks Koepka. If you haven't figured it out, he's freaking good.
He's good at that golf.
He's got 4 majors already, and he's got 4 majors in the last like 3 years or something stupid. And he's been close like 3 other times. He's been like a runner up or third place like 3 other times in majors. Like there's no golfer that plays majors better than Brooks Koepka at this point.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
So they're he's getting interviewed, and he's talking about how the greens were hard to read, and he says something to the effect of, I don't think anybody was really reading the greens too well today. It was a tough course. And DeChambeau, as he's walking behind him, hears that and says to him, well, if you started your putts online, you might be able to hit some. Something to that effect. And so that's when you see Brooks go. And then, sorry,
Okay,
I
I didn't know what he said.
Listen to that bullshit. So that's what it is. And so this is the first time we've seen a rivalry like this kind of thing in golf, other than maybe Tiger and Phil back in the day. But even that wasn't close because it was friggin' Tiger Woods.
Or like Jack and way back.
Nicholas and
Palmer, Jack and Arnie. Maybe, but I don't know how that was. I wasn't around. Clearly, we weren't around back then.
You don't say.
I can only assume that they had a rivalry. It would make sense that
I'm
they
sure
would.
I'm sure they had something. Yeah.
Golfers ever.
I don't know enough about professional golf.
I don't know about enough about it back then, but so something cool that we may see later this month at Torrey Pines, or later in June, I should say, because we're not technically in June yet. So the U.S. Open's going to happen at Torrey Pines, and they're talking about a featured group for the first 2 rounds of DeChambeau, Koepka, and Gary Woodland, because they're the last 3 U.S. Open champions for the last 3 years. It was 2020 was DeChambeau, 2019 was Woodland, and 2018 was Koepka. So if we see those 2 in a featured group together, that's going to be interesting. Nothing will happen.
This Woodland guy?
Nothing will happen. He's just he's okay. He's pretty good, but like his U.S. Open win was kind of a fluke.
He's just dude.
Either one or the other is going to happen. Koepka's going to play like shit because DeChambeau is going to be too slow for his pace, or vice versa. DeChambeau will play like shit. I don't know. I don't think he cares. Like I know Koepka's been asked a couple times. Like the big thing now is like competing for this long drive because DeChambeau can hit it, a mile. And I know Rory's trying to step up and hit it as far as him too. And I know Koepka got asked. He's like, basically, what are you going to do to compete with him? He's like, I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm just going to play how I'm going to play. I'm not going to change my swing just to appease like the normal people like us who want to see these guys. Like, okay, you just hit it 350. Well, he's going to come out here and hit a 370 just to beat you, right?
Yeah, like this. That's why I don't. That's why I think Koepka is going to be fine because here's the thing. The most pressure is in these major championships, and he's held up time after time. I don't think this one little thing is gonna. He's just gonna play his game, and he's probably gonna be in like 3rd or 4th going into Sunday. That's just how it is.
I want my boy Big Dick Rick to step up. And
Big Dick Rick. That's you.
Who's
That's
that?
you, Rick.
I think that's my cue. I'm gonna just add one interesting tidbit. So there's a rivalry in golf that I'm pretty familiar with, and it's between me and any club in my golf bag because I don't know how to use any of them.
Dude, it's between you and me. Because you keep trying to take me out.
Oh wait, yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, Mike. It's between me and accidentally hurting Mike because I'm bad at golf. I'm sorry.
no, I'm excited. But yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see. I hope they do it. My God, it's just
actually,
it's cool to see.
I have a question. So it's DeChambeau and Koepka. Is DeChambeau the guy who can like drive the ball like 400? Oh,
That's the
he's
dude.
that
That's the
guy.
dude. It's the blonde guy that wears weird hats and looks like a bull.
Stupid fucking fedoras.
Okay.
That's not a fedora.
That man honestly looks like if fucking Johnny Bravo played golf.
Oh my God, he does.
That's a great description.
He does look like Johnny Bravo.
Like his proportions are just so.
That's a perfect analogy, dude.
Honestly, I don't like him either. Like, he's entertaining, but I don't like him to win. Like,
So that's the question.
it's just
Do you guys like
I like
him?
classy players. Like,
So-
I like some random players. Like Ricky Fowler and Tony Finau are two of my more
Finau's
favorite
cool.
players. And like, yeah, they're not always gonna show up, but like they're just fun guys to watch. Like they're entertaining. So is Jordan Spieth.
Oh, I
He's up
love
there,
Jordan
too.
Spieth, dude. It's so cool that he's.
Yeah,
that he's
I
back.
know that name.
He and his caddy interactions are some of the funniest things that are out there.
Yeah. So, so I didn't mind DeChambeau. Danielle hates him because of the stupid ass hat. Then that's
I don't like it either.
That's the
He has
sole
some
reason.
hats.
But
I don't like his swing. Like he's just
it's
like
odd. It's odd. It's
he's
scientific.
got like this weird like I know
scientific.
he is super scientific with everything he does. I know.
I mean, I guess whatever works.
Yeah. What I was going
I mean,
to
clearly it's working for him.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is I didn't mind him for a while, but I am a huge Brooks Koepka fan. So,
Now you're just
how
like,
are
oh,
you gonna-
fuck you, man.
How are you gonna talk shit to some dude that just beat you in an event and has 4 majors already to your like
guess
2
just-
maybe?
One
Confidence.
or two, yeah.
I don't know.
What a bastard.
This is what he's doing. He's adapting the NHL
The
NHL scheme of watch this. Koepka's gonna get a retaliatory penalty.
It's all head game. We all know golf is a major head game, right?
Oh, it's
So
all
Yeah,
he's gonna
it
get-
is.
He's able to rattle him in an interview. Can you only imagine what's going to happen in a pairing together?
Well,
Yeah.
the interview is where they're gonna be more comfortable out on the course than they are in an interview. That's where they spend
agree.
like hours and hours and hours of their time.
I agree.
Just out there swinging clubs. I don't think he'll be able to rattle him. I think he'll just look at him and look right through him. Not
But
listen to
even
him.
then, like, think about you. I mean, they're professionals, so it's not really that applicable. But
Yeah.
like, imagine if you were just playing golf and like you just had this person who's fucking. It's like it's the most annoying person in your life that you just
Oh, let me
hate.
think about that.
You
and yeah, you're golfing with me. And then hey, wait, what if the first like 2 or 3 holes just don't go all that well, and like
Yeah.
just things start to go poorly, and
And they
you
say
just keep
something.
getting more annoyed, and like Bryson DeChambeau just you miss a putt, he's like, well, maybe you line that up.
Dude, I can, and here's the thing, I can totally see like Koepka hitting like maybe a wayward drive and DeChambeau going like, nice drive or some shit like that. Koepka just starts beating his ass with a driver. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm excited to watch. But we've made it, gentlemen. We've made it to the end of the episode and to a snack time that I don't know how we haven't done yet.
It's
Yes,
true. It
I
seems
wanna
like it
go-
should
we
be an
did this.
obvious one.
We'll
wanna
we'll
give
let
a
Eric
sh-
introduce it.
But clearly we didn't.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend Caroline for messaging this to me and saying, "Hey, you guys should do wings." And I was like,
Come on,
"Oh my
Caroline.
god!"
Put it in the comments below.
Yeah.
Smash that like button. Drop it in the comments. We're all gonna see it if you do that.
Oh god.
That's actually I don't think Caroline has a face. I get it.
You don't need a Facebook as long as you have a
Right
YouTube
on the
account.
YouTube video.
On the YouTubes.
Come on.
On the
All
YouTubes.
right. All right. Well, Caroline, if you're watching, smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All of the YouTube things.
Yes. But yeah, so we're talking about wings. Frickin' A, dude. How have we not talked about
Yeah.
wings before?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I love wings. Who wants to start?
This is a two-parter question, though.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, let's
Explain that.
let's go with part one.
Let's start with the most contentious part. Boneless or
Yep.
bone-in?
Or as they call it at Pizza
Actually-
Hut, bone in or bone out.
No, time out. Let's back this out for a second. If you're going with bone-in wings, what's your choice? Wing or drum?
Wing.
Yeah, wing. I don't really like the drumsticks. Or the
I don't
legs.
mind them,
Sure.
but definitely wing. Because
I'll
like
eat 'em,
wing, you can actually get apart really quickly. Like you can
I
kind of
disagree.
get all the.
Plus, wing. Gosh, Ben, tell me if I'm wrong, but wing is white meat, and the other one
I
is
don't
dark
know.
meat.
I mean, it's all a lot of dark meat. I think.
Oh
I've had a lot of. I think it's all dark meat.
shit!
Eric,
Yeah.
what's your choice?
Yeah, wait. All right. So here's the thing. I normally go boneless. So do you still want me to answer this question?
I also go boneless.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Answer the question.
If you
and
have to pick from one of those wings, which
Yeah,
one would you pick?
You get to a
Oh,
party, you're like,
so-
shit. Where's the boneless wings?
then- there aren't
They
any.
don't have any. I need to eat bone-in wings. I am going to take.
What are you grabbing?
Wow, the stage has been set. I feel like I'm looking at a table. I'm gonna do the wings, just like you guys. Same
Yeah.
thing. Drums, yeah, not.
I disagree.
Nick's a weirdo.
Oh,
So I do not like wings. I do not like the wing themselves, solely because they are messier.
Like
For
bone
For some
wings.
reason, yeah, no, I'm saying like the wing itself, like you have the wing or the drum. The wing.
You're saying the
is
wing
messier.
itself is messier.
I am a drum fan because you just grab that small end and then you go.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah. Do that again.
Nope.
Then you,
I
then
get
you suck it off the bone.
I get sauce all over the all over my
Yeah,
face.
it doesn't matter
no
what
matter
you. It
I
doesn't
don't
matter
like
what
to-
I'm using.
I
It's
don't
everywhere.
like to be
Yeah.
messy. Like I don't particularly like having sauces on my fingers. I don't like the
Oh,
stickiness.
dude, I
So I
hate
just-
it, dude.
It allows me to only have like these two fingers because it's just like you're holding on to them. You don't have
Okay,
to
I
have
see
two
what you're
hands
saying.
on the
I
fucking
see
thing
what
and
you're
like,
saying.
There's certain foods I go into it being like, all right, it's gonna be messy. I just gotta accept that, and then
That's what everybody
just
said.
fucking
Like, yeah, that's what
go to
everyone.
town on 'em.
That's what everyone says. I don't like. I am the same as you, Nick. I hate the messiness that comes with bone-in wings, which is why I am a boneless guy. Given
So
the
to get
choice.
it to lead into part two of part one of this question, bone in versus boneless.
Part 2 of part 1.
oh my god.
Yeah. Who? Okay. Yeah. So boneless or bone-in, gentlemen. What are we
bone
feeling?
in.
What about you, Nick?
I am boneless.
Boneless, and then Rick's a boneless guy. So Nick's
Yeah, so
I
Ben's
only
the only one that
I am
likes
the
the bone.
lone bone in.
He's the lone boner.
And to get to part two,
Of
full
part 3.
part two of this, pick your flavor. Pick your
Yes.
pick your top 2 flavors of wings. What you would pick.
I am gonna be weird because really the only wings I ever eat are monopole wings,
You gonna go stoner wings?
and they have like their own sauces. And yeah, stoner wings. I don't even know what's in it.
I think there's
But-
honey barbecue maybe, or,
So,
or
there's
honey,
lots
honey
of stuff
Stoner
in it.
wings tend stoner wings tend to be like a mix of honey barbecue,
honey mustard.
buffalo, and sorry. There's a lot of different ways you do it. So there's a wing out in Canadiens where my aunt and uncle live,
Mhm.
at a bowling alley that they do. It's basically an everything sauce, right? It's got some buffalo in it. It's got some barbecue in it. It's got some
I mean, that sounds good already.
like the bang bang sauce in it. It's really good. It's a combination of really all these sauces. Ooh, that's by far my favorite sauce on a wing.
Ooh.
It's so good. If I could pick some up and bring them to you guys, I would. They wouldn't be good by the time I got there, but my
They
God.
might be all right.
Reheat
So
it.
yeah,
So,
then I
I
agree.
checked
It's
in on
like
this.
a stoner wing.
Wait, let him finish.
I checked in on this on the r/Plattsburgh Reddit,
Oh,
and
good
somebody asked what the stoner wing sauce was, and somebody who looks like used to work there replied and said honey mustard, barbecue, and hot sauce.
Ooh.
It's really good. It's really good.
I agree. I agree.
That would probably be my favorite.
So it's a hot saucy, like Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's a barbecuey hot
Sure.
saucy. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Chick-fil-A is honey mustard and barbecue mixed together. For those
Oh.
who don't know.
Huh.
It's all right. It's a little too much honey mustard for me, but
So, I guess I'll throw my second one out there since I already said my first one. It's that everything sauce from Bowling Alley and Canada Harry, and the second one is honey barbecue from B Dubs.
oh, B Dubs honey barbecue. I have some of that in my fridge actually.
I do too.
It's okay. It's so.
It's better there.
I find that honey barbecue has a little spice to it, which is why I like it, but I don't like honey barbecue otherwise.
Now, Nick, separate question. Is that really what you use when you play video games? Do you not love your ears?
Oh, so yeah, it is actually. They very much.
They
so
fall
it's
out.
like they fall out a lot. Like that's why I'm not wearing this one because the right one always falls out. But yeah, I mean, and this is how I wear it. It's not right on my mouth, and I still get picked up all the time.
Although, you know what, Loki, I wish those existed back when we started playing, because it would have saved our ears from those friggin' Bluetooth ones.
Oh, I don't know if it would have
Those
been that
things
much
are the
better.
worst.
It's still going.
It's just like big headsets.
Most of what I heard around me was the little ear doodad
Oh yeah,
on that thing.
true.
But
The
I do not miss
processor-
the days of the fucking Bluetooth headsets on PS3, because the to get those things synced to a
It was
PS3
difficult.
was the I don't know what, like, why they made it that hard, but it was insane.
It was difficult. Eric.
The biggest problem with these things, though, just one quick thing. This rubber part spins, so it will move in my ear,
Yep.
and then it'll just like fall out.
It's unfortunate.
Well, that's not what you want.
Rick. Wings.
Well, looks like Nick is just winging it with his headphones. So we're gonna go on to my.
Yes.
We're gonna.
Amazing, Eric.
We're
5
gonna go on
stars.
to,
That's it,
so
everybody. That's the end of this podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
So I don't really get like I never got monopole wings. I want to try them now.
So good.
The only wings that only place I go to for wings is B Dubs. So that is the only sauces that I kind of know. And my two favorite, I like the Parmesan garlic because it's just kind of different. I don't know. It's just like
Yeah.
I mean, nothing about that sounds bad. So
That's a lot
yeah,
of
it
people.
makes sense.
My
Yeah.
family loves those. Loves the garlic Parmesan stuff.
Yeah, they're really good. And then my second favorite is the B Dubs honey barbecue because it has that little bit of spice. That's why I like it. Like it's sweet and spicy. That's one of my faves. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna have
Honestly-
a couple answers here.
Oh,
But go for it,
sorry.
Nick. Go for it before I get
I
started.
was just gonna say, Eric, I'm a little disappointed that you don't have any like local Long Island joints that are like superior.
That's
wings.
pizza down there.
sure,
I
I'm
get,
sure.
I get it, but pizza and wings go hand in hand.
That's true.
Yeah, there are some good ones. I'm sure. I just haven't. I'm not a huge bar guy down here, so that's the thing.
What is
I wouldn't
wrong
know.
with you?
For not going
Bars
to
are
the bar.
expensive.
I
That's
haven't
what's
gone.
wrong
I haven't
with
gone to
me.
any here. Yeah, they're friggin' A.
Yeah.
I went to Ridley's up here like, I don't know, like a month and a half ago. But other than that, I haven't been to bars in a long time because bars aren't bars still. Like,
Yeah, you can't play pool, can you?
yeah, you can't
Hey,
play
Eric,
pool, you can't
well,
do darts.
Only
still,
reason I
like,
would ever
it's-
go is to play some pool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of bars and pizza, Eric, have you ever heard of Borelli's down there?
Yeah. I've heard of Borelli's.
Oh no.
That's where all the Islander. No, Borelli's quick background before Mike gets to his wings because we need to get there.
Thank you,
Borelli's
Eric.
is like Borelli's is an Islanders. It's a family-owned bar and restaurant,
Yeah.
and
Frankie
they have
Borelli
really
for
close.
Barstool.
Yeah, for Barstool. Frankie
Oh.
Borelli for Barstool. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
so they have close ties to the Islanders, like not organization, but the players go there and stuff. Like Josh Bailey's wife was at Borelli's when Bailey scored the OT winner.
Oh,
that's
wow.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So pretty cool, but that place gets rowdy. That place gets like
I
those
couldn't-
No.
Islander fans and me are very different people. I feel. Like, I like the Islanders, but they like the Islanders and they hate everybody else, and I'm like, God, I'm not.
You're not about that.
But anyway, no. But onto your
Hey.
wings, Mike.
Any chance that if Islanders make it all the way through the playoffs by the time we're down there? They're still playing or no?
Couple be awarded by then.
Oh, well,
I'd-
damn it.
I'd go with you guys
Yeah.
if I went with that.
I would
'cause
go in
July
my, I would go
15th,
in
I think,
my
is the
Tampa
latest.
jersey.
Oh boy.
That'd be fun shit.
Oh boy.
We should still go.
We should test if
boys.
it goes the other way with the Habs jerseys, Eric. Like if I wear a Habs jersey in the
Yeah.
Islanders territory, would they just kind of be like,
Confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Who are you?
Wear a Seattle
what are you
jersey.
doing here?
Wear a Seattle shirt.
Yeah.
Go back above the
That'd be
border.
really confusing. Just wear a fucking Seattle jersey and then just be like,
What the hell's that?
I can't really be mad because you don't even exist yet.
Yeah. But anyway.
Just don't wear a Ranger jersey.
Yeah, seriously. So anyway, gentlemen, I have a couple answers for mine. I got to go a little more in depth, I think. So I'm a boneless guy, as we know. And I also B-dubs is basically all I've ever done. And I really enjoy regular, regular medium, like medium or hot. I've never done the hottest one, whatever the hell it's called, blazing something. Is that it? Never done that because it sounds really bad. So, but I'm sure I would enjoy it for a couple seconds. But my go-tos back in the day were I would get a medium, which was like 20 or something, to like 20 boneless wings. I would get half hot barbecue sauce because they had a hot barbecue sauce, which was freaking sweet. And I would get half chipotle barbecue dry rub. So I got a dry rub instead of a sauce.
A dry rub.
But since they've gotten rid of hot barbecue sauce.
Oh no.
So now I have now I go, I don't even remember what I got last time I went. But they still have the chipotle barbecue dry rub, so I do that still. But yeah.
Nice.
So I'm
And
pretty...
don't you?
What?
Sorry.
No, go.
No, I was gonna say, don't every time. It seems like every time we go together and you get the dry rub the first bite, you start coughing because you inhale some of it.
I do, dude. I get too excited and I'm like trying to eat it really fast, and I'm like, because I suck in that delicious dryness.
I haven't been to B-dubs in forever, and I want to go again soon. I talked about it twice. This is the second time I've talked about it this week because my uncle asked me a couple days ago, is there a Buffalo Wild Wings in Albany? I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's one in Clifton Park.
Clifton Park's the closest one.
There isn't one in Latham?
There's not one in Latham. Clifton Park's the closest one, it's like 20 minutes I'd have to go. And I don't like eating out by myself, obviously. I don't think anyone does. Like going to a restaurant, eating there by yourself.
Oh, I very much enjoy it. I like to go to Five Guys, sit alone, eat my burger, and people watch. No, I'm fucking lying. I hate it too.
Oh, okay. People watch.
I wouldn't like go to like a fast food, but like if I am in a city somewhere or whatever, and I'm just going around trying food or stuff, like I'll go to like a place and just sit down somewhere to eat. Like it's a bit different. But no, you wouldn't catch me just going to like a McDonald's and like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bring it back.
You're not just gonna stroll up to Peabody's and just sit there alone and eat.
No, Peabody's has been closed for 2 years.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean Peabody's. I meant Olives.
There were so many. I remember so many rumors of that friggin' thing opening again, like 5 different times.
They are.
It is actually now. They got a new owner. Somebody bought it,
nice.
And they're planning on getting it like done, renovated, and everything by like end of this summer is like their goal. But like, who knows?
Nice.
So I also heard
Arcade never
heard that.
Yeah,
God damn it!
I was gonna say, what about that? That's unfortunate.
That annoyed me. That was gonna be so much fun.
I was excited for that too when I was there. So Nick, here's the thing, Nick. We're both gonna be up north this weekend.
Friday.
What's your plan? Are you heading back Saturday?
I'm gonna probably get my boat and bring it back Saturday.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I have Friday off actually.
I was gonna say let's go to friggin' B-dubs.
We can go after on Friday.
And you guys can come hang out.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, like I don't work. I am working tomorrow, so I then get Friday off. Because everybody else is having their holiday tomorrow. I'm just one of 2 people that's going to be working.
Thank you for reminding me. Thank you to all the veterans who have served this great country that we live in. I totally forgot again. So it's
Happy Memorial Day.
Yes, when this gets posted, it will be Memorial Day. So, thank you.
Which is class, yes.
Yep. But yeah, so next weekend, me and Nick will be playing an attorney, and then I've got a second tourney the day after, golf tourney.
My goodness.
So it's gonna be a lot.
I'll have to get a tune-up round. or a
Tune-up
range round in.
round.
I don't know if I'm gonna play around. I might play a 9 maybe. I definitely got to get a range round in.
Yeah, I would like to, but I don't know if
I
have
didn't
time.
play this week. I'm a bit out of it because I went to a movie on the Saturday.
Ooh, fancy.
What'd you see?
I saw A Quiet Place Part 2, and it was really good.
I heard
Quite
that
good.
just came out.
Yeah,
How about-
I loved the first one. So
Nick, do you want to go to the theater with me to watch Fast and Furious 9, 10, whatever the hell it is?
fuck you. I want to see that.
Oh, well, let's go up north then.
Well, no, don't come up here. Just go to fucking Fast and Furious.
Let's go. Cumberland 12 has Mountain
When
Dew,
does it?
dude.
When does it
Now,
come out?
obviously, we'll go. We all have to watch the next Avengers movie together.
Oh, well,
but
yeah, that will have to make
I think
some
that's a
trips.
ways. That's
That
a
is
ways out. But
Unless you count Black Widow.
no.
Nah, that shit doesn't count.
No.
I won't watch that anyway. I haven't even watched Black Panther yet. Not that
I'm
I have
excited
anything
to watch
against the
Black Widow.
movie,
Like
but
I'm gonna.
I just haven't watched
Bro,
it.
Black Panther is sweet.
It's pretty good.
I don't know,
I'm
I just
gonna
couldn't-
probably watch
I don't know
Black
why.
Widow opening weekend. I'm not gonna lie, but
I just
no,
don't think I
it's-
watched Black Panther yet because I just like the other characters more.
Okay.
I'm more.
I would say
I don't know.
I think T'Challa was better in Captain America: Civil War than he was in his own movie. Like he was a more interesting character, I thought. But
I think
but his movie was good too.
I like
He just he was already like perfect for the most part. Like by the time his movie, like there's no like it's just he's him the whole time, and then
Aha! I have our next week's discussion point. We're not going to be doing snack time with the boys next
Oh,
week. We're going to
dear.
are we doing
pick your
MCU
favorite
tiers list?
Avenger.
oh,
MCU
oh my
character.
god.
Pick 'em.
So we're having a fight essentially. Is what's happening.
Oh boy.
Who would
Melee.
you pick
Melee
to be
brawl.
you in the Avengers or MCU? Sorry.
Okay. Last thing I want
like
to talk about is that there's potential. I requested the time off, but there is potential for a fifth line reunion the end of July. There's potential, and if there is, there will be some content coming from that weekend.
We got to do a live podcast.
There will be a live podcast.
podcast.
It will probably
Live
It will
podcast.
probably be shorter, but there will be a live podcast.
Let's go.
Wait, you mean like live streamed? I don't know if I can do that.
No, I don't know why I'm saying this.
Like a
but
group, like all in one place,
listen, yes.
an all in one place in person podcast that will be happening, and there's definitely going to be some vlog action
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
to go up on
we
the
gotta
Fifth
do
Line
this
YouTube.
shit.
It's gonna be.
you
it's
better
gonna,
get that off.
It's gonna be freaking sweet, dude. Are you? Excuse me? Did you say you better
I
get?
better
can
what?
get it off. I know I can get it off.
Oh,
I have the
oh.
Friday off before. I
I
know I can take the Monday.
I was
Tuesday,
like, what are
so.
you talking about? Get what off? Where is this conversation going?
I thought he was talking about the vlog to me. I thought he was being like, "You better friggin' get that done."
Yeah, okay.
I was like, wait a second now.
Well,
Eat my balls.
Also,
Yeah,
you still haven't
Vader slave.
gotten the skate or the pond hockey day with Connor done yet, fucker.
Bruh.
He's busy.
I'll do it, man. I actually have it pretty
That
much
was
laid out.
Linda's fault. That was
Linda.
Linda's
Yeah, that's gonna be episode 1, Linda. That fucker. But yeah, so look forward
Actually,
to that.
let me know when you guys are like for sure having all that time off because I should be able to, no problem.
'Kay.
I want to like make sure we're actually doing it
Yes.
before I go. Like, yeah.
I shall.
You get it.
So it sounds like you two are good to go. So I'll let you know as soon as I get word.
Yeah.
So
Well, like I think I mentioned this before. The other guy that does page design is taking 5 days in a row off in early July. So there's gonna be no way
No real
that he's like
excuse.
if I'm like, hey, can I take this day off at the end of a week and then the 2 days at the beginning of the next one? There's not gonna be any like, oh yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah, that'd
after
be some BS.
yeah, no, I'll be able to get it. So we should be good.
Sweet. We're all gonna be. Yeah, we didn't even say we're gonna be getting back together at Eric's place of residence down on the island.
Guys,
First
is
time
this the-
down to Long Island.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
this the first time for all
My
of you
first.
going to?
Yes.
Nice.
Wow, this is
I've been-
wow.
we've all been to
Oh,
the
man.
city,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I know Ben.
Yeah.
You went to
Ben
New
went a
York
couple
City on
times,
your
yeah.
own too.
Yeah.
I've gone 3 times now,
I've been once.
but I've
Didn't
never.
you go
I've
once
been to
other than
Brooklyn.
senior trip,
Me?
Mike? Yeah. I thought you did once other than senior trip.
Maybe when I was a child,
Oh,
but not when
Anyway.
not when I remember. But yeah, so it's gonna be our first time on the island. I'm super hyped. We're gonna be doing some street hockey action. We're gonna be golfing at.
I'm excited for that. I need to get in some better shape before that happens. But,
No, it's okay, dude. We're just gonna be messing around.
I'm not in shape. I haven't been for a bit.
You were fine. We
but
played basketball
there.
that one time.
Yeah, pulling in with those threes, baby.
Freaking right, dude.
Oh wait, yeah,
Oh,
the four of us played basketball one time. What was that? What was that?
No, this is when you
This
weren't there. It
was-
was
yeah,
when
this
it
was
was in
before-
Albany,
this was
like
before.
around the time you
Oh,
came
oh.
up. The next day we
Oh yeah, the day after you pieced out.
yes,
We went and balled out with Connor Cook.
Oh,
we had a nice
Connor,
pickup
okay.
game.
Nice, nice.
And Ben won the last game with a nice tree. Oh, what a
Drained
shot!
it from
What a shot!
downtown.
What a shot! But yeah, so we're gonna have some street hockey action. We're gonna have some golf at Bethpage State Park, hopefully.
Yeah.
One of the easy courses.
I'm gonna get on there. Nick texted me. He said,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I had a conversation with a guy who grew up in Long Island, and he's like, "Listen, I know I texted you about one guy who lived in Long Island as well,
"Yeah,
but this other guy I get along with pretty well." And Tommy says to me, "He's like, dude, I don't know if you want to do that. The Rangers are going to be up your ass or the Marshals are going to be up your ass all day, keeping you on pace.
oh,
It's like
okay,
you're gonna,
okay,
it's like you're not going to want to do it because they're going to make you play fast, and it's a tough course for
us."
average or less.
It's
than
kind of
average
where I was
golfers.
at.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
but,
honestly, I didn't want to play black. When you
Well,
texted,
no.
he was well,
But
Nick.
honestly, like, I understand, like, I don't really want to do it either, but I can't believe that those other courses are going to be like, yes, they are going to be easier, but I can't think that they're going to be like leaps and bounds, like way easy.
Bethpage is a PGA course.
Bethpage
Oh,
black.
yeah, I know,
yeah.
I know. Black is a PGA, I understand that, but I still have to think that those other courses are going to be difficult.
They're still going to be difficult. Yeah, they're still
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
freaking long. They're still like I think the shortest one I looked. The shortest one is the yellow course, and I'm pretty sure it was like 63,000.
Yeah.
So
We're still used to playing like
300.
5,000.
we're in like the
courses.
fives. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a
Eric's
test.
like, oh fuck.
Eric's like shizzle.
We're doing best ball.
Yeah,
doing
we're
best
gonna
ball.
we're gonna do a scramble. So we get to play from each person's best shot. So that's good.
You know what? If this is happening, I'll actually get some nice pants and a polo too. if this is
Nice.
There we
nice.
go.
Very nice.
happening. I'll do it.
Very nice.
Got to be ready for our showdown, Eric.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
counting on you.
even get myself a fancy looking polo. Like,
Were you ever,
snazzy.
hey, Eric? Were you ever good at putt putt?
I loved putt putt. Yeah, like mini golf.
Okay,
and stuff like
perfect.
that.
Because I
Yeah.
haven't been able to putt for shit this year. So
I'm okay at
I
putting.
didn't
I'm not
like-
like.
I just love the fact that Mike put a big grip on his putter.
Listen, dude, I was draining him yesterday. I am a god with that putter, dude.
honestly, the simpler the putter, the better.
I am owning with that thing. You wait. You guys don't even know.
I'm ready.
One last thing. You guys will also be going to a Long Island beach for the first time. I'll take you. I gotta
Oh,
take
boy.
you guys to the beach. So
How long have we been going?
bring
in
your
this
swim
episode?
trunks.
It's a long one again.
2 in a row, baby.
Swim
is it
trunks.
a nude beach?
Yeah, it's the beach I
it
went
can
to. I
be.
grew up going to.
Oh, I don't think he heard you.
Yeah, no, he
You didn't
didn't.
Oh,
Nick was like, "Is it a nude beach?" And I was like, "I don't think so."
We can
You
make
don't
it
worry,
a
guys.
nude beach,
You
You know,
gentlemen.
nude beach. It's okay.
Thanks for watching.
You'll go blind.
All right, everybody, that's where we're gonna end it off. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the veterans for serving our country. Go get some wings and go visit a nude beach.
Actually,
I guess.
don't, because they're like really expensive right now because of a wing shortage. But
Get
All
out
right.
there and watch some hockey. Hit
Yes.
that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, we will see you next week. Peace.